Welcome back. We're going to a brand new monthly ranking here on Max Talks Movies. We're going to rank the month of March. Not a lot of big movies came out in the month of March. So I only have 4 films to talk about today, but I'm still going to hear and stop and rank all 4 films here in the month of March. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. My name is Max Dinnerberg. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, movie rankings like these every single month, as well as box office breakdown shows every single Monday. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what movies do you see in the month of March. Did I miss any? Do you completely disagree with my list? Would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button, that's how you support this channel the best way. It helps the algorithm so more people can watch this video. So please, please, please stop what you're doing right now and like this video. Let's get started. So as I said, now I do want to say I did review Morbius on March 31st, and I did see the movie technically in March, but it is a technical April release. So I'm going to move Morbius into my April, which I've already seen 3 films and in April, and today it's April 2nd, and I saw 4 movies in all of March. So I think it just shows you the level of movie, the amount of movies coming out soon here. So let's break down the 4 films that I saw in the month of March. I've already done full reviews of these films. I'm not going to go too in deep. I'm going to leave the playlist at the end of the video, so you can click on my other reviews, which will include 4 basically 10-minute videos of each of these films. So let's get into these ranking. In first place, in last place this month was easily Deep Water, an extremely disappointing exotic thriller from Hulu, with Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. I mean, this is when they were actually still dating each other a couple of years ago. And it is just not a good movie. The most unlikable main characters that I've seen in a movie all year long. There's no one you're rooting for, and the movie really hits you with its big reveal an hour into the movie, which really costs itself because you're not really looking forward to anything else transpiring in the last 45 minutes of the movie. So it really struggles from there. Ben Affleck is, again, this is a great cast. Ben Affleck, by far the most interesting character and the strongest performance in the film. Really disappointed with how the film used Ana de Armas. Was quickly the most unlikable person in the whole film. The first scene from her, and she never gets better throughout the film. She's doing the best job that she can do, but it's just a wasteful performance. And it has other wasted people in the film, including Jacob Elordi, Tracy Letts, Lil Rel Howery, Finn Wittrock, were just wasted in very one-note roles. So this is a movie that I was not rooting for anyone. There's not one likable character. There's common sense absolutely thrown out the window with this film. People are joking about someone joking that he killed someone. So this film just was not for me, and a big disappointment for me to start the month on Hulu. Now let's keep going out. The rest of the films I did give a fresh review to here in the month of March. I'm trying to figure out this right now. Sorry, 2 seconds. And that will be up next will be number 3, The Lost City, a pleasant surprise coming out, the last big movie coming out in the month of March. Had a really good time in the theater. Is this a great romantic comedy? No. Is this going to be seen as an all-timer romantic comedy? No. Do I think a franchise is out of this? Maybe. But what makes this film work is because you've seen this plot a billion times in films before. But what makes this film work is the leads, Sandra Bullock, who's also a producer, and Channing Tatum, who have unbelievable chemistry in the film. Even though Sandra Bullock has 16 years on Channing Tatum, it's a great romance, good friendship, and they just have great on-screen chemistry together. And I actually did like the plot line with Sandra Bullock being this acclaimed book writer, not really, her life's in a rut. Her husband died. She just wants to get herself out of it and just stay at home and stop being on this tour. And you have a guy like Channing Tatum, who's this cover model known for being the cover model for her books. And she's kind of done. He's like, I'm young, I'm this, and I have a career. And the both of them have really good reasons why they come together. Daniel Radcliffe is definitely the most fun I've seen him have in a project in a very long time. Really fun as the villain. Brad Pitt steals the entire film when he is on screen. He's in it more than I thought. He's not in it a lot, but when he's on screen, he's really funny. I did think the film had a hard time juggling the other subplots when it really was Sandra Bullock and Tatum running after, trying to escape this island. I found the stuff with Da'Vine Joy and Randolph trying to find Sandra Bullock to be really weak and really distracting. And I just didn't find Radcliffe as interesting. He had great chemistry with Sandra Bullock, but once Sandra Bullock was on the run, I thought Radcliffe's character had a problem staying interesting for the remainder of the film. So while this is definitely a script and a plot that really you've seen in a billion types of films before, a rom-com meeting National Treasure, you've heard that combination before, but it does work because of the Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum dynamic in the lead roles. In number 2 this week is on Disney Plus original for Pixar, Turning Red. Now this film has had, for some reason, just tons of controversy. Some people really love the film, and some people just were offended or just don't like the film. And I'm just not that as passionate as anyone like it or dislike it with the film. It's an extremely solid Pixar film for me, nowhere near touching the top tier that this studio has done. This is my favorite film studio of all time. So I have very high standards for their films. And Turning Red was a really solid, relatable story about a girl in the early 2000s growing up and knowing when it's okay to be an adult and have your own ideas. And I thought that masking that with the puberty and all that stuff with the panda, I thought was a really smart idea for a movie. And it's led by a really great lead character, Mei Lee, played by Rosalie Chiang, who I thought was good. Sandra Oh as the mom was really good. All the performances were good. The animation's breathtaking, especially when they get into the cooking, which is a little bit in the film, really nice stuff. The actual Four Town Band, which is music from Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas, and getting Jordan Fisher to be the lead singer. Great song, should be nominated next year. Now, I don't think this is already not my favorite animated film of the year. I do think there's a bit too, the film moves too fast in its own way. I like films that move fast, but this film moves way too fast. I do think the third act is really great. And because it really takes its time with some big character decisions, the film moves too fast for its own good in the first 2 acts of the film. The mom is at times way too overbearing, where it feels a bit too unrealistic. The bully was way too overboard of a bully. And I just felt like everything was just thrown to the, going to the 1000th level. I think it just needed to come down a little bit. But overall, I enjoyed Turning Red. I don't think this is a great Pixar film. I think it's a really solid Pixar film. And I did like it. I'm on the positive side of the film, but I'm not as passionate as people who either hate the film or love the film. But easily, I'll tell you a film I am passionate about, coming in number 1 is easily The Batman. I love this movie. Saw it IMAX on opening night, loved the atmosphere, loved just watching this film. This is my second favorite Batman film, and I think the best portrayal of Batman in the suit for Robert Pattinson, who delivers a jaw-dropping lead performance. But yes, it's near 3 hours, but I never really felt it. And it felt like a unique Batman movie that needed to be told. A Batman who is a detective. We've had all these usual Batman portrayals where there's a billionaire who's rich and he's a playboy, and moving that into Bruce Wayne. I thought they did a good, I know a lot of people are not on that side, that they wanted to see a playboy Bruce Wayne in this film. I was really excited to see that it was a different type of Bruce Wayne, and he'll probably get there in Batman 2 or 3. But to have this really distraught, the fact that Bruce Wayne technically emotionally died when his parents died that night, and why he uses that to be Batman, I love that story. Zoe Kravitz was a fantastic Selena Kyle, really fit the world. I am a huge believer that I think Paul Dano was amazing in the film as the Riddler. Yes, not a physical threat, but the scene at the funeral and obviously the interrogation scene are breathtaking acting scenes from Dano that are great. Everyone's right. Colin Farrell steals a lot of his scenes as the Penguin. John Turturro, extremely underrated as Falcone. So overall, I just had a great time watching Batman. The amazing score from Michael Giacchino, beautifully shot, really well directed from Matt Reeves, and I cannot wait to see what's next in this world. I love this film. It has some pacing issues at times, and the ending, the third act is definitely the weakest aspect of the film, but overall, I love this movie. I can't stop thinking about it, and I can't wait for it to come on HBO Max so I can rewatch the film over and over again, because I do love the Batman. So that's my ranking of all the films I saw in the month of March. Sorry, it's only 4 films. It was my busiest month I've had so far in 2022, outside of being a critic, and But as I told you, if you see my YouTube videos, I am starting to really pick it up. And once I am done school this month, I'll be full steam ahead with May, June, July, and August with some big rankings. As I said, including Morbius, I've already seen now 3 films in the month of April. More to come, including reviews of Sonic and Ambulance will be coming this week. My Box Office Breakdown show on Monday will be on Wednesday. You'll get my spoiler review for episode 2 of Moon Knight. So a lot of things are coming out soon on the channel. So please subscribe and ring that bell. If you want to see my other full breakdowns of these films, please click that link right there. Anything else, subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys soon.